What is up, everybody? Today I'm back and I'm playing in my very first Regulation F VGC 2024 tournament. We're using a team. I wonder if I can even see my team from here, but this tournament is hosted by Nino Pokebros, amazing morning Twitch streamer, one of my buddies, and yeah, I'm going to be using a Whimsicott Terrakion team. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think of Whimsicott Terrakion teams in this early Reg F meta, and we're just going to start things off. You can see my team right there. It's Terrakion Whimsicott. I'm using a Covert Cloak Terrakion and a Ghost Terra Whimsicott, so I can always go for that side beat up and enable my like +4 boost to be able to just slam fast, big rock slides. Really, really cool tech. I'm also pairing it with a Water Urshi, an Imprisoned Indeedee, and just a little bit of Chi-Yu Flutter. I think Chi-Yu Flutter is still really strong. We're trying a Life Orb Chi-Yu on this team. I kind of wanted to go Specs, but I really did like having the Protect. I think Chi-Yu Flutter is still very, very, very good in this format. And it's crazy how it's like Chi-Yu Flutter with like no real other special attackers. Like normally you'd see like Chi-Yu Flutter and something, but you know, it's just what we have here. Let's see, a little bit of Psy Spam, double Genie action with a little bit of Iron Bundle and some redirection. So I probably won't be bringing big Urshi this time. One thing I have to be afraid of is if they were to lead like Torn. Am I afraid of Torn Bundle? I don't think I am. I think if I Terastallize my Terrakion, I have Poison Terra, really, really good Terra at Disincentivizing Brilla. They can't really break me with a Hydro Pump. They could always redirect with something like Ogre Pawn, but then if they lead like Ogre Pawn Bundle, they do still get messed up by Chi-Yu Flutter. So I'm going to lead Chi-Yu Flutter, actually, and my goal is going to be to get the, there's so much AoE here, like Indeedee's good, but it's not great. And you don't want to bring like Indeedee Terrakion in the back. Chi-Yu Flutter is the play, I think. I think I'm going to lead like this. I think this is probably the best lead that I have. And again, this is my very first Reg F tour. I've actually just been practicing like theory crafting a lot of stuff. I have not been playing a lot of tours. I have not been like high level laddering. I've just been thinking about what mons I like, how I want to use them, and how I can make like Pokemon fun for me while still playing at like a competitive level. A lot of the tools and tricks, you know, we see in these early formats are basically things that have just done well in past formats as well, which is why we're, you know, seeing Chi-Yu Flutter be a good mon or a good tech here. This is kind of what we saw or what we thought we'd see. They have to lead that Ogre Pawn to make it so they can redirect my beat up. And so when they lead like this, they're making themselves super weak to just Icy Wind, Heat Wave. I could even Fire Terra, but I think I'm going to save it. Is this Booster? Booster Speed? Nice. So they are going to be faster than the Chi-Yu. I don't think I need to Terra. I'm not really afraid of what they're going to do. Like, what are they going to swap in Indeedee? You know, like that's the thing here. It's like, okay. And we are actually using like a full speed Flutter here. The worst case scenario, I think we just get Tachyon covered and we force a Terra. I could even just double Protect here. I don't think that would be the worst thing ever, because I want to see if they're playing like a Protect the Indeedee, but then that might condition them whenever like they might realize, oh wow, I can Protect. I think I'm just gonna Icy Wind. I think Icy Wind Heat Wave is fine. At best, this might be a 1-for-1 trade my Flutter for their Iron Crown, or maybe like my Flutter. Yeah, see, like I didn't want to go for a double Protect and then put the idea in their head and then them like Spiky Shield their Ogre Pawn. I'm absolutely fine with this. So if we go Icy Wind here, and then they come back at me with like a Tachyon Cutter. Oh wow, they're still slower than me. So they boost their speed. Iron Crown has a much higher base speed than Chi-Yu. So I'm just very surprised that they're still booster speed, but they weren't faster than their base 100. You gotta be faster than base 100. Like Iron Crowns have to be faster than Landorus, in my opinion. Lando I, because it's so popular right now. But you can see how easy it is for old tech to just come out and just rinse and repeat, easy peasy, lemon squeezy out here. Torn's good mon, but I think we're in a good spot here. We're just gonna go Icy Wind Heat Wave again. And should be able to win. Could even go Icy Wind Dark Pulse. Let me think about that. Icy Wind Dark Pulse is fine. They're probably just going to scoop. Dark Pulse does stick the right amount of damage. I'll Heat Wave. They're probably just going to run. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've played these morning tours before. I know how these things go. So we take those wins and yeah, pretty good first game. I think pretty good first game. Like I said, Yeah, anytime I use Iron Crown, I like to put a lot of speed into it just so it can actually still be a bully once you get the like side spam control up. I think some people might be going a little bit bulky on it, but it just goes to show, like, I said Chi-Yu was like really, really good still, and Chi-Yu stacked up very well into that person's team. So, and when you pair it with that Icy Wind Flutter, it makes it so like their Lando Eye doesn't really want any of what we're trying to dish out. So it's a really, really cool core. And again, I think the Whimsicott Terrakion really conditions like specific options for our opponent. They probably know that we're using like the Covert Cloak / like Ghost Terra stuff, so they don't really want to go into fake outs as much. Even if they do, they would just lose. It conditions redirection, right? It conditions redirection. We get the run back here. All right. Run back. It's almost like it's a game 3, best of 3. Let's see. So they're going to go Tailwind here. What we just did to them was we conditioned them into needing more speed control. So they're either going A, Tailwind, or B, Bundle. And I think that means I can probably just go with my own Tailwind and have like... If it's Tailwind and like, if it's like Torn, would it be, do we just go to Whimsicott here? Like, I think this is going to disincentivize the, yeah, I think this might really disincentivize a lot of what they're doing here. I'll go these two. This might be an L. What I also like to do is my win game 1, I like to go a little bit more aggressive in game 2. I'm going to try like this. I'm not a big fan of Urshi in this matchup, if I'm just completely honest. I think Dark Urshi's very good, but we're using Water Urshi. So that's one of the reasons why everyone's like, Dad, so you're not bringing Urshi for side spam? Dark's so good. It's like, we're Water Terra, and they have a Water Pond. I brought it in the last one just to close out, but I knew I was going to be taking out the Water Pond on the first turn. So let's see if they still go Water Pond. I wonder if they're going to lead the exact same way. Those are the scariest players to play. Ones that they take like a hard L, and they lead exactly the same. You're like, yo, I don't know if you're going to change it up or just... be just as bad? Like, I have no idea. Cool. So this is conditioning Tailwind, and you can see right here, I think we're gonna be fine, because we have a Poison Terra, right? And I don't think they're gonna, well, Poison Terra's really shit here, but we'll see. Maybe we'll be able to Encore them if they do something bad. I'm just gonna go Tailwind, just straight up Tailwind. I'm gonna protect here this first turn. I wanna see if they pivot. And Whimsicott is faster than Torn. And we do have like Sacred Sword, like +4 Sacred Sword into that Iron Crown will be able to get the KO. And honestly, if Chi-Yu is faster when their speeds were dropped down, Terrakion's faster too. I don't even really need to do anything with this Terrakion though. Like if you just take up my Terrakion, I'm honestly probably fine. Like Chi-Yu Flutter should still be able to close this out. So Tailwind goes up. I want to see if they use anything bad so I can Encore it. That's kind of what we're fishing for, is for Encores right here. Tachyon Cutter into that guy? Absolutely fine. Like you can totally take up my whims. Like, we got the combo off, and that's a really good play. I'm surprised they didn't click Tailwind, though, into that. Because, like, if you Tailwind and Tachyon Cutter, you'd always be able to stop my beat-up. So, very, very greedy play, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Bleak One's absolutely fine. We have a Tailwind up, so honestly, right now, we could bring out Flutter. I think I'm going to bring out the Flutter. Let me think about that. I can even bring out Chi-Yu. I think there's nothing wrong with Chi-Yu. What would you actually do to Chi-Yu if I brought it out? If I brought this guy out, what would you do? Would you just Tailwind? But then what do you do with that board? I'm okay with this. I think I have to Terrastalize my Terrakion, though, to not die. Because this incentivizes side spam. If I sent out the Indigo, sorry, if I sent out Flutter, this would incentivize you to pivot out your Torn for Indigo and just side spam. So I like this. We're going to Heat Wave here. And I'm going to click Terrastalize Poison, which is not great in this matchup, I understand. Let's see. I don't know if Upper Hand works, honestly, on, like, if they were Tailwinding. I actually do not know how that mechanic works. I'm just going to Rock Slide. In case they wanted to, like, Water Terra their Iron Crown or something. Looks like no Terra, though. Well, actually, they wouldn't be Terraing yet. It wouldn't show their Terra yet, because they haven't set the Tailwind yet. Cool. Yeah, Poison Terra Terrakion. I really like Poison Terra. It disincentivizes fairy moves. It disincentivizes Grassy Glides from Rillaboom. Yes, we still have that ground weakness. Yes, we still have the psychic weakness, but I do think Poison Terra is probably the right Terra on Terrakion. Let's see what they're going to Terrastalize here. And what is it? Ground Terra. Huh. I mean, that's the same. I think I was using Ground Terra as well when I used it. I'm just surprised people are still doing that. Tailwind's up. I don't think they break Chi-Yu, though, with, like, booster speed. I don't think that they do. Terra Blast. They break the Terrakion. Let's see if they go after this Chi-Yu. Yeah, Chi thick. I mean, Chi kind of busted. Oh, did we just miss a rock slide? On, who did we miss on? Oh my gosh, we just missed a rock slide on a freaking Tornadus. And we just missed a heat wave? What an absolute gamer we are. What a gamer. That's just a game we just lost. I'm trying to think of anything we could do here. I mean, maybe we still have shots. We still do have shots, I forgot. Because of the life orb tick, we have flutter, but we just double missed heat wave and rock slide. Absolute gamer energy here. We're gonna be able to go rock slide icy wind here. And then if their last two mons are just straight garbage, I guess we have shots, but they're probably just realistically going to be able to protect. Like, I think a water pawn in the back is a very, very good play from our opponent here. Let's see if they also have the protects to wait out our tailwind a little bit. But let's see. Booster Flutter does outspeed. I probably bit off a little bit more than I can chew in this one. But again, that's just how I like to play best of threes. I like to, if I win game one super easy, I try and like see what I condition them into bringing. I knew I was going to condition more like aggressive tailwind play, but I just thought that I'd have like a little bit better read. The fact that they're pivoting here means I'm going to take, they're not going to be able to come back in with a booster, which means Terrakion will outspeed if I'm able to preserve that Pokemon. So Water Pond, great mon here. Double pivot. This is so much damage they're taking, but it's also really smart to pivot out your Torn, just because you can then reapply Tailwind and win the game later. Lando. Okay, that's actually really good for me because we're just only using AoE. That Lando takes so much damage. This is great. This is like really, really good for me. And we're hitting our moves. We're hitting those moves. So the Lando, which I actually think would have been a great mon to close this one out if they preserve their Tailwind turns correctly, would. The fact that goes down is huge. And they have a Water Pond here, but they already tear it, right? So they can't get that big Spadef boost. I'm trying to think of what I need to do right here. Obviously, we're clicking. Terrakion, is Terrakion 108? Do I care? Like, I'm thinking, I kind of want to click the D-Loom. It's so much more damage into that Water Pond specifically. But the turns on Tailwind are, let me check. Last turn of my Tailwind. So they're gonna double protect, and that's fine. And I'm going to then double protect, and then there's gonna be no Tailwind, but then they get to re-Tailwind, and so maybe I don't double protect that turn. Maybe I just protect my Terrakion and take out their Torn. This is a hard situation to be in. Because what they're trying to do right now is solve for my Terrakion. They're trying right now to solve for my Terrakion so they can just line up a Tachyon Cutter into my Flutter Mane. That's what they're trying to do. So in this turn, they have a Tailwind up and I do not. And what I would like to do is get a double KO this turn. And if I go double protect, the next turn, they will go Tailwind and then reapply. I don't think there's an issue with double protect, but let's see. I think that would be just a slow tempo loss. No, I have to double protect. I have to double protect here, and then I don't think that they OHKO either of my mons. They might break my Flutter. That's the thing. I'd like to protect bait with my Flutter because I don't think they can just KO the Terrakion, and I don't think I KO the Torn because I missed that Rock Slide earlier. So I will double protect. It's very standard, but what this does is this gets us into a board state where this is their last turn of Tailwind, and then if they want to re-Tailwind, which is the right play, honestly, if they're re-Tailwinding, they're putting themselves in a situation where they can't attack with the Torn, and I probably just outvalue. Rain Dance is it's either Arena that'll protect you. I should have just hit them in the face. Now, let's see. Are they cudgeling Flutter? Okay, that's a good target. Okay. All right. This is very, very, very dangerous. So the fact they're at -1 is really nice. I wonder if they are paying attention to that. And I don't think -1 Tailwind actually outspeeds. So if they do Tailwind here, I actually think I still outvalue with the Flutter. This is so scary. They have big Bleak Winds up here too. So I actually have to try and win the game this turn. I'm going to just try it. These two are the play. Here we go. Tailwind? Okay. Okay. Alright, let's see it. Let's see what happens here. Big damage. That's a lot. That's enough. Yes, we still outspeed that Ogre Pawn. I knew that we would. I knew that we would. Oh, dude. Oh, yes. And then we win. Dude, we came back. We missed a Heat Wave. We missed a Rock Slide. Oh, dude, Booster Flutter is still just such a menace. Yeah, they swapped in that Ogre Pawn on the Icy one, right? So it's like, oh, yes. Oh, we take those all the way to the bank. It doesn't really matter what we use here. No reason to show Shadow Ball. And yeah, you can go for like any sort of attack you want, but I think I just grind you out with either of these. Whew. Tachyon cut into the flutter. I think Terrakion takes it out. And I don't even know if that breaks me. Barely. Alright, so I'm just saying, like, honestly, I should probably put a little bit more bulk into this flutter. The set I'm honestly rocking right now for this tournament is just speed special attack. Timid. Like, just standard flutter. Very, very not optimal. It's just the one that I had in my boxes. But we do take those out. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we came back and won that one. That is what we like to see. Professional gamer, that's a +1. Making plays. Whew. Nice. Yeah, they almost got away from us when they went for like the rain dance. You know, almost got away from us. That was a sick read. So let's see what place we are in the tournament right now. Survey says this tournament's been going on for a couple hours too. I'm like showing up in the middle of it. I really like that you can also join in like the middle of tournaments. I'm top 8 right now, 1536. Oh, we're probably gonna get the same guy. Hey, I closed that one out in a 2-0. Okay, let's see if we play him again. Cheesy. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, that's a great team. I really like this. So what they're doing here is they have like a booster potential mon in Flutter, right? Booster speed Flutter would be very good right there. They have like potential Scarf Lando. They have like a Gambit that's like a good like centerpiece for the team. They have like a standard Urshi. They have Fake Out. They have speed control. That's a very, very well made like polished team. I like that a lot. They could also be like a Specs Flutter. That being said, what do I want to do against this? I can go Whimsicott. And I could always go like Ghost Terra and do my thing with Terrakion. I can always do those things. The issue is if they were to lead like Flutter and Rilla, I can't Terastallize my Whims and Terastallize my Terrakion, so I'm a little bit pinned. What I might want to do, I want to check this entity and see if it's like a speed reduced 0 speed entity. Yeah, looks like it. Cool. So that means I can always lead this into like a lot of those mons. I can lead that into the Rilla very safely. So like I could lead something like NDD Chi-Yu, and that's probably a good lead here because Landos don't really carry Earthquake anymore, especially on a team like this. I think I will lead like that, and then I'm going to bring my Flutter out. I don't necessarily think I need Urshi here. I don't really need Whimsicott either, though. I'm going to bring Terrakion. Whims is most likely better. I'm really going to try... I'm playing this one a little bit loose. I'm feeling myself a little bit because we won those last 2 games. I don't think you need Tailwind here. I think that I have enough protects on this team that if I let them get an early Tailwind and punish them and take out that Torn, I can kind of just protect, swap, you know, sit on a turn. Then their Tailwind's gone, and then like the only level of speed control they have is like a Scarf Lando. And they didn't even... Oh yeah, they did lead Torn. Okay. Let's see. So that's another lead that like we were really, really afraid of that I think Entity's pretty good into. Because like what are they going to want to do? Moonblast my Chi-Yu, and I'm like, no TY, my guy. Let's see, booster speed Flutter, right? Show it to me. Special attack. I'm not a big fan of booster special attack. When you get those boosts in those other stats that aren't speed, it's only a 1.3 boost to those versus a 1.5 to speed. It feels like I would just orb that. You know, that's just my opinion. That being said, this is fine. I could also just like read them. What I really like about this is I can just read them going for Tailwind and just Trick Room. Like if I wanted to be that guy, I could. And you would just straight up get messed up. I'm thinking they probably have Rain Dance. They probably have a few things that I don't really want to deal with. Booster Special Attack can be kind of annoying. Let's play this very, very simple. Very simple here. See how I don't go into that Flutter main? There's no reason to go for like a Heat Wave or a Dark Pulse into it because Urshi's coming in. Yep. So it's like... This is the most obvious Urshi pivot in somewhere. Like I said, our game plan here is to go after the Torn. You let them Tailwind. They can absolutely, positively have that. We're doubling that slot to respect Sash, by the way. That's why I clicked the D-Gleam here. Doubling that slot to respect Sash. And, yeah, we just take that guy out. And now, it sucks that we can't, like, protect. But, honestly, like, let's think about the board states here. Oh, Rilla. Oh, they're taking my terrain. Huh, they're no Flutter. Very surprised. I actually really like Rilla for me, because now I could go a little bit more passive. and probably wall these guys out. I wonder what, I think I have Fire Terror on the Chi-Yu, so like I'm actually just gonna click D-Gleam again, because what are you gonna do, fake out my Indigo? That should be fine. I don't need this Chi-Yu for anything at all anymore. I will just click Heat Wave. If you want to fake out my Indigo and go after my Chi-Yu, I cannot stop you. If you would like to fake out the Chi-Yu and go after the Chi-Yu, you also die to the D-Gleam, right? So it's like, your best play here is fake out Indigo and go after my Chi-Yu, and it's not worth pivoting anything else around. And I don't want to swap out the Indigo, right? In case you do make some weird play. And if you go like Water Terra on your already very low Urshi, I like this play on the Rilla. It's Fire Terra? Is that rock or ground? Huh. Okay. Okay. Go nuts. CC baby! Holy moly! Yeah, so they didn't do any, they did none of the above. They should be going down. Yeah, they're gonna go down to the D-Gleam here. And then we just have Re-Erection. High horsepower is good against Chi-Yu, but note that, like, I didn't put, like, a huge stock in Chi-Yu. They crit me. I don't think they needed it. They had the Terra. They might even be, like, orbed, honestly. They might have some sort of weird set. Let's see, no orb, but, yeah. Absolutely fine with me. I think the Urshi was the problem, and now what we can do is they have their Flutter, right? We still have our Terra. We can just bring out a couple Mons, go for, like, a Protect, you know, play things just a little bit passively. Who do I really want to come in with? I think I'm going to come in with my Flutter and drop like a double Protect into like a Follow Me type play, because like the thing you want to use on my Flutter would be like a Shadow Ball, and Entity can like redirect that. And if you want to go for like Grassy Glides, I'm getting my getting back points from the Grassy Terrain, and we're just trying to wait out your Tailwind. And then I think like honestly like a Terastallized Terrakion will give this a lot of problems. It is Rock. So it wasn't doubled up by the high horsepower. Maybe they did need the crit. Rock, Rilla. 2 turns on Tailwind though. So we're just going to go... oh, I don't have Protect on this guy. So I don't have Protect. I just have Follow Me. That's fine. I'll just Follow Me this turn then. And then next turn we'll double Protect if they take with the Entity. And I think I'm just going to go Icy Wind. Just for good old-fashioned, good times. I don't think Shadow Ball KOs their Flutter, but it will KO the turn after. So we're going to go Follow Me, Icy Wind. I think that we're fine. Let's see, Moonblast might take me out. Grassy Glide might take me out too. 3. Yeah, I wanted to weave in a Protect and get like an extra tick of the Grassy Surge, but this is absolutely fine as long as we hit this. Yeah, as long as we hit this Icy Wind, we're good to go. Nice. So now we're just gonna double Protect, get a nice little tick of the Grassy Terrain, wait out their last turn of Tailwind, have double Speed Control, go Shadow Ball into their Flutter, go Sacred Sword into their Rilla, and we should be able to win. I think. I mean, honestly though, like, let's talk about this. Like, there are a couple situations in which that Rilla actually Okos my Flutter with a Grassy Glide, because we don't know their item. I assumed they had like heavy attack investment and other stuff like that. What are the turns on Grassy Terrain? 3 turns. I kind of want to Terastallize right now and just go kill the Rillaboom. I think that might actually be a good play, because like you can't do anything to me if I Poison Terra. No, this is fine. Double Protect's okay. I'm trying to rush it. I don't need to rush it. The fact that I got this Icy One drop on the Flutter Mane means I'm fine. Yep. I want to see what they also lock into. Not lock, but like I want to see if they want to be like a Shadow Ball guy or like a Dazzling guy or like a Moonblast guy. I want to see. They've already shown D-Gleam. And I want to see also if they're high horsepower my Terrakion. That, like if they Dazzling Gleam and high horsepower my Terrakion and I Poison Turret, I'd be sad. But if they want to like Grassy Glide the Flutter, which is the right play, looks like they're not. They are highest power powering the Terrakion. That's nuts. Woodhammer. All right, well then we would have been fine. We would have been fine with Poison Terra. Woodhammer's good. I'm going to go into the same flowchart that I was just talking about. I don't think Shadow Ball KOs their Flutter Mane, but now that their Tailwind's gone and we stuck that Icy One, like Icy One is so much value. Now Terakion's going to outspeed that guy. We're going to go Terastallize Poison here again. Sacred Sword takes out Rillaboom. This is going to do significant damage to the Flutter Mane. I think the right play here is something like Grassy Glide into my Flutter. They should have known just by based off how, they saw booster speed, they saw how much damage I took from from their D-Gleam. They should know that I'm just a regular full speed special attack Flutter Timid. So they should think like if they do have like a Miracle Seed or some sort of like Adamant Rilla, Grassy Glide might KO. It looks like they're not going for it, so we should probably be fine. Yep, well, we take that out. Is that a crit? We needed that crit, by the way. You don't KO like the standard bulky flutters that you see nowadays without a crit there. So I'll take it, but it's not like we weren't going to be able to win the game anyways. So we take those as well. Yeah, there wasn't really that much they could still do in that situation because they didn't click the Grassy Glide. They were never going to get the Flutter off. We were going to wait them out and then just Shadow Ball them twice, double dip. So we will take those. Currently 3-0 undefeated in the tournament. Yo, we just came up out of nowhere. We're like, yo, this is my tournament now. And we're having a good time. I wonder how much more. I'll probably play till I lose. I think that's probably about how this goes. I just wanted to play a few games, see how well this team works. And the team works great. It's kind of a core I'm thinking about taking for Portland, but I'm very comfortable with it. I feel like I really liked the Protect on Chi Yu more than like a Choice Spec set. I really like the ability to not have to lock into something so specifically. And we're 1550. Maybe we get to like 1600. Like I said, I'll probably just play till I lose, but yeah, I am having a good time. I think Whimsicott Terrakion is really good. If you're someone that's comfortable with Whimsicott Terrakion, you can really use it to like condition opponents to lead the way you want them to lead. What I would like to do if I ever go big into Whimsicott Terrakion versus not Water Pond, the idea would be like Whimsicott Terrakion with like Flutter Urshifu to close things out. That's why I still think Urshifu is a good mon to have on this team, even though it has similar weaknesses to the same things Terrakion does, being like grass, fairy, psychic, all those things. It's basically just like Terrakion number 2. You get the Terrakion off the board, and I just bring out a second one, right? And I just continue to like roll over. We also used like Iron Boulder relatively recently on the channel, and I think Iron Boulder's like really, really good. Yeah, I think Iron Boulder's great. I think that's going to pop up a lot towards the middle of like Reg F. I think it's going to take people a little bit while to see it. But once they realize it's just like a huge stat stick that like can bypass Protect, it's like an Urshifu number 2 that has like higher base speed. Because like Urshifu does kind of get capped at like being outsped by like base 100s. There's so many good base 100s. And mons that are like base 110 and stuff like that Iron Boulder just like says, nope, like you can just pin those things correctly. You can use a defensive or offensive Terra to help wall things, and yeah, I think Iron Boulder is great. But Terrakion, the classic, I've been using Terrakion for a long time. I think this Terrakion is from like my very first Gen 5 file in like 2011. So like I've been using this Terrakion longer than most of y'all have been playing the game. Let's see, hard Trick Room. So against a team like this, probably going to be that Final Gambit Ape. Let's think about what I want to do versus Ape. I'm going to lead Flutter, just so I can just Shadow Ball the Ape just to get it off the board. I'm then actually going to go into like Imprison. And what I really like about this board too is when I lead like this, yes, they can go like Booster, not Booster, they can go Frisk to see that I'm like Booster and blah, 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 whatever. But they don't know right now, because this is like a closed team sheet tournament, that I'm like, that I'm not Specs. They have to respect the ability for me to go like Specs, Flutter, Redirection. Right? And that's something that's actually quite scary. I'm going to go with these two. I'm going to bring my Chi Yu. I do actually think that Urshifu Water is pretty goated here. I like it more than Terrakion if I'm not bringing the Whims. And I could definitely just go Whims Terrakion here, I think. I think I probably could, but I'm going to go with these guys because I haven't really done this yet. Another thing I could also do is like potentially use Whims, but I think they're going to go a lot of like Trick Room tech. I'm really going to be trying to disincentivize Trick Room. And if they want to go with something crazy like Tachyon Cutter or whatever Iron Crown, that's the cool thing about like Imprison Indity Flutter is I can just click like Redirection and just like Shadow Ball that thing out. I really like that. Alright, so they have Redirection Trick Room, and we're saying a whole lot of no thanks. Whole lot of just no thanks. You can go do literally anything else. We do get our booster. Oh, there's Pressure here too. Pressure's still a good ability. It's obviously the best ability if you're going to be playing it in open team sheet. But they see our booster speed. They should know what's coming. They really should. But that being said, I'm just going to Degleam here. Don't really want to Shadow Ball because they are clicking that Follow Me most likely. And then we're going to Imprison the Follow Me, and then we're just going to start Shadow Balling the Dusclops. So, cool stuff. Imprison's actually still really good tech, even in open team sheet. The teams just aren't optimized to be able to handle it right now. Entity brings way too many tech tools to the table with a good stat line, good defensive typing. Entity's a full package right now. Very, very solid mon. Brings just a little bit too much to the table. The tech's not really there to not invalidate Entity, but like we're also hyper focused on invalidating their Entity as well. So like both of us realize like Entity's super cracked, but like we're the one that says like, nope. So they should just be going Redirection Trick Room. I wonder if they're going to be able to read this, and like worst they can do is like what? like Nightshade, Will-O-Wisp, Hex, you know, like I don't really care. Pain Split's good play. It's good. It's free damage. It's free damage. They knew what I was about, and yeah, we're just in a good spot here. And I'm not afraid of like anything they're doing. If they want to Pain Split me, be my guest. But I also will say that this Flutter Mane, this is gonna actually be really sick, because what they're gonna do is eventually bring out the Tachyon Cutter guy. And I have Dark Terra on this Flutter Mane to disincentivize my matchup. Or sorry, to increase the value of my matchup versus Psy Spam. And I've just been a big fan of Dark Terra Flutter Mane into like Indie Armors for a while. Yeah, if battle was canceled, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Like, we take those all the way to the bank. Like, I will not lose games with this team to like hard TR. It just doesn't work. So we take those. We are continuing to do it. But let's see. I wonder. I wish I could see the standings. That's what I wish. I wish I could see the standings, because I want to know who's in first. We're ranked. We're number 2. Dude, we got to get to rank 1. We got to get to rank 1. Undefeated streak right now. We're going to go up against them again. Because again, like we're not really that afraid of like the Tachyon Cutter, or like let's say they lead like Iron Crown, like I don't even know what they would do, like Iron Crown Indigo, like I don't care, I'll just go Dark Terra and still do Imprison, and then I'll just probably I would probably Shadow Ball and Imprison, because like you could click Follow Me, but in reality what you're probably doing is like a big like Specs expanding force, just to be able to delete my Mons, and then from there like setting a Trick Room so you can win with like Ursulune in the back. So I still think we're fine against that, but you know, we take those. And again, like our team like hyper centralizes. If your opponent does have like redirection, they have to bring it versus Whims. If they have Follow Me users, let's go. All right, I think the same lead works. Oh, is that a Rage Quit? Oh, dude, they just Rage Quit. Did we take those? No way. Oh my gosh, what is this, dude? Dude, they just closed their whole game. They just broke their Switch in half and shut down. Oh my gosh. I hope I didn't get an L for that. That's definitely like a... That's a definite... I'm rank 1. Yo, 100%. Screenshot City. Yo, my team works. Busted. We got the win. They scooped. So, yeah, you know, this was fun. I might just call it here. Or I could play one more. Let's do one more. That person was so mad, bro. Okay, yeah, let's play one more. Let's just solidify that rank 1 spot. Holy moly. But again, this tour is hosted by Nino. Think about checking him out. He's been holding down the mornings. He's definitely taken over as the de facto morning streamer guy. And let's see. Nerf or nothing. Let's see what you got here. Shimpow Dragonite, so strong. Potential booster Flutter. Really like the Entei as well. I love Urshi here, but I need to get the Ogerpon off the board, so we need to disincentivize that somehow. I don't think there's an issue with Chi-Yu Flutter, because they don't really have Tailwind, right? They have a lot of priority, so if I go like Chi-Yu Flutter, and I pivot in my Indeedee, I really like this for a couple reasons. I think Indeedee is, first of all, super cracked in this matchup, and then I can bring my Urshi in the back. If I can stick that Icy Wind and pivot in the pivot in that way, and then like realistically, if I drop the Flutter, then I would just bring out the Chi-Yu and I would win. I think this is probably the best way to do it. This is probably the scariest matchup. Like if you're looking for like building towards like tournaments and people bring like this much aggression, like straight up, they have E-Speed, Bullet Punch, E-Speed. Like that's the whole team, and it's like they also have like redirection with like Ivy Cudgels. This team is like the scariest thing in the world. And so, like, I could just get absolutely destroyed. Like, I have no real way to disincentivize it. Again, you still have to lead that Ogerpon, which is why I still like this lead here. This is perfect, right? Because this is what we're trying to condition. What they should have actually done, I think, is gone just a little bit more aggressive and went with, like, let's see. I think they should have still went Dragonite here. I'm probably going to have to Terrastallize my Flutter to not die to Sucker Punch if I want to go for the double KO. But I'm trying to think, like, what's the chance that they just know that they need to actually... Let's do this. It's fine. The right play here is the Water Terror your Ogre Pawn. I just don't know if they see it. And I don't want to give them time to swap in either. But would I, if I saw the Water Terror, what would I do next turn? This is okay. If they crit me with a Sucker Punch on my Flutter, I'm dead. Same thing also happens if they're like Dark Terra on that Shen Power, or like maybe like a Band or like a Life Orb or like something like that. They can just kill my Flutter through my Dark Terra. Really scary stuff. Let's see if they do it. They are going Terra on a mon that's slower than me. So it looks like they are selecting this Water Pawn. And, oh, they're trusting Ship out. So they are probably that Dark Terra that we were talking about. Stellar. Okay, I've not fought against one of these. But the Flutter's probably dead. That's such a good play. Sucker Punch. I think Flutter's gone. I think we're just dead. Oh my gosh, that must have been a low roll. Yeah. Oh, they don't have an orb, so they're not banded. That's probably just sash. So if we hit this Heat Wave, we win. They probably thought we were just gonna stay normal Flutter, but we went for a type like Fairy Terror Flutter, but we were able to block that too. Nice Heat Wave hits. We don't take out the Ogre Pawn, but the Ogre Pawn's now within range for any of our moves. We can go Dazzling Gleam. We can go with a lot of different stuff. And once you take the Shempow off the team, we are in a much better spot, I would say. They can still bring out like Metagross here. Metagross, Dragonite are both problematic, but what we do here is we just go right into Indeedee, and I think Indeedee helps us close this out. Indeedee, we just go Redirection. I think something like Entei is more problematic. Entei's going to be right here, but what we're going to do is we're going to go, basically, Dazzling Gleam's going to be able to take out the Ogre Pawn, and then from there, we'll eventually use our Indeedee and be able to close things out with Urshifu. This is setting aside terrain, which means they do have Metagross in the back that we are kind of scared of that, but Dazzling Gleam should be fine. I kind of want to go for a double protect, but I think we're okay. Not double protect, I would just protect Flutter, but I don't need to. Yeah, follow me is okay. Stellar Shenpao, I've not seen that. That actually sounds really cool. I'm surprised the Flutter main ate that. Again, this D-Gloom is mostly just to KO this Ogre Pawn. It's not doing anything other than chip to the Entei. Enteis are usually built... Back in the day, they were built vested, but I don't think this one will be. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like orbed or banded. I think the... Oh, they're so smart. I want to see if it's Metagross coming in here. Let's see it. It's their Flutter. Let's see if they get a speed boost. Because that is dicey. I don't want to mess with that at all. Dang it. Okay, so we might have to risk the speed tie here. Let's see. I don't think they can ever KO us unless they like crit a Sacred Fire. Faster than them. They look to be a full speed Flutter too. This is really dicey. Really dicey. Orbed. Cool, cool. It's fine. Let's see it. Good play. So they're getting a free KO here. I like this play a lot from them. I think it's all going to come down to Urshifu versus their core. I have to hit the Shadow Ball into that Flutter. They're playing this so well. Maybe they miss. If they miss a Sacred right here, we win. Tantropy's good. They might not KO though. Damn, I'm surprised that's still KO'd. Okay, so they take helmet damage. This is so scary for me right now. This is so scary. And we can't like wait out our own terrain because we need to, let's see. Icy Wind won't work. I'm going to click this. If I Shadow Ball your Flutter and I close combat your Entei, that's still a loss for me, I think. Because then you are going to bring out your Ogre Pawn, which probably outspeeds. But if you want to try and save your Entei, you Shadow Ball, take that out. I'm assuming that you're faster than me, by the way, with your Entei, because Entei has a higher base speed than Urshi, but close combat's fine here. Let's see it. If you make any pivots, no pivot, they're making the right play by not swapping, by the way. There is a chance my Urshi outspeeds their Entei, but I highly doubt it. Highly. They just take out the Flutter and they win the game. Oh, we're fine. We win. Ugh. Dude, what are people out here using adamant stuff, man? This is the start of the tournament. You gotta use those timids. Gotta use those jollies. Don't get outsped by things that you shouldn't be outsped by. My Urshifu's Jolly, by the way. So, you sack a little bit of damage, but you had that game won if you had the Jolly Entei. But I don't know how much bulk you had, you know. But like I think if you're going like all in on like a Life Orb Entei, you just go into that, you know. But we take those. Whew. Yeah, dude, I'm calling it here. We're rank 1. We did it. We even got the extra credit win in like a rushed, like hard matchup. So we'll take those all the way to the bank. Dark Terra Flutter busted. And yeah, it's fun. I think this team's really good. I'm still working on what I want to use for Portland, but it's nice to know that it, like, dipping my toes into thinking, like, this is a little bit more serious team for me. You know, I cut the Goth, which I've been really relying on Goth recently. If you've been watching my, like, how I want to prep for regional series, I've been really building around Goth. I took a step back and leaned a little bit more into, like, Chi-Yu Flutter for this tournament, which I really do like a lot. And, yeah, I think we did a pretty good job. Let's see, where's my ranking here? Rank 1, dude, we killed it. Rank 1, we're doing the absolute best that we can, and yeah, I think I'm pretty okay going into Portland. I think for this tournament, if I get any points, I'm gonna be ecstatic. Even if I can get like top 128 points, that would be great. Just because the meta can go so many different ways. Holidays have been so hectic. I think that I'm just going to build a team that I'm really comfortable with and make like a general call that we're going to see a bunch of people with new toy syndrome, and I'm just going to bring some classic good tech that beats it. I will probably goof around a little bit and play like joke teams like Zoroark, Sceptile, maybe a little bit of Regigigas in the Premier Challenge in MSS, but yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good going into Reg F so far, and I feel like I definitely have like that tournament chops that I need to do to succeed at the highest level. So I want to say thank you so much for watching this little video. I took it all in one take. If you did like this, think about leaving a like on the video, think about leaving a comment or dropping a sub to support more content like this in the future, and don't forget to answer the question today. Let me know what you think of Whimsicott Terrakion and how like you can use it to condition your opponent to lead what you want them to lead in Reg F. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. I'll see you guys next time.